In this video tutorial, we will be teaching you how to use the Polyline command both for straight polylines and curved polylines. So you'll need to load the student shape worksheet drawing from box.com and zoom in to the polyline area. As you can see, we have a straight polyline here, polyline of varying widths, and with arcs as well. So you have to make sure your green layer is broadcasting. In this drawing, let's make sure we have the endpoint set up, not the intersection. We'll use the endpoint this time. And we can go up and select polyline right here, or we can type polyline at the command prompt. So when we type polyline, the first thing it asks us is the start point. So I'm going to click right here on my endpoint. And then it asks us width. We're not going to change the width on this one. We want it to stay very narrow, so I'm going to click my next one, ask the next point, ask the next point, ask the next point, the next point. Then we want to stop. Habit would be to go and click on this endpoint too. But when we're using polylines, we want to use the close command when we're done to create the very last line. So I'll type CLOSE, close, and it closes it for us. And the reason we want to do that is because the close command mathematically closes the polyline. That means we can then use that polyline to get information out of AutoCAD, such as area. So if I wanted to know the area of this polyline, I could ask it now because I used the close command. If I just snap to the endpoint, yes, it looks closed, but it's not mathematically closed. So we use the close command to close a polyline so that we can then extract information from that drawing later on. The next one we will do is we will do this polyline up here. So I'm going to type polyline this time in the command prompt, and it asks me for my first point. So I'm going to click right here. And then I have some options: arc, half width, length, undo, and width. Well, if we look right in here, it says our start width is 0, our end width is 1.5. So I'm going to click on width, and I'm going to type in 0, which it's already in the chevron, so I can just hit enter. And then it asks me specify the ending width. My ending width is 1.5, so I hit enter. Okay, oh, I started on the wrong end, didn't I? So let me go back into spacebar, click right here, go back to width, starting with the 0, ending width is 1.5. There we go. So I can click right here. Now it's going to stay at my ending width, so I need to go down here and change it. And it says my start width is 0.25, my end width is 0.25. So I'll put in 0.25. And because many times it's going to be the same, it anticipates that. And inside the chevron is my 0.25, so I'll hit enter. So now I'll click on this endpoint. Now we're not typing the close command because this is not a closed object like this is. It's a loop. So now I'll go down and I'll do this one. Hit the space bar, brings me back into Polygon. Click on the endpoint, set my width, starting is 0, ending is 1.5, and I click on my endpoint right here. I go back down to width, starting is 0.25, ending is 0.25, and I click on my endpoint. And there we go. Now we're going to work on this arc, for this polyline, which has an arc option. So I'll go back to spacebar, specify starting point, go to width, starting width is 0, and ending we're going to put it at 1. And then I'll click on arc, and I get that nice curve. Okay, I'll go down to width. This time I'm going to put in 0.125, and it parentheses the same thing, so I'll hit enter. And now I can go down and click on the end of my arc option polyline.